Good day, everyone. We need to follow up on the earlier video we posted immediately earlier today before the market started. Now it's 2:48 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow up on the previous video. Before we start, it is very, very important for all traders to understand there is a risk in the trading, and you are totally on your own when you are trading. There is no guarantee in the trading. So please do sim training as much as you can, as long as you can, before you start using live money. Earlier today, we have put two prediction on this market. We've been chasing this U.S. dollar target at 31.3 for many days right now from last week, and we're still on that target. I would like to cover it, and then we cover a little bit on the ES. We give some guidance, what we thought about the ES today, and what happened today on the ES is exactly what we were expecting. So let's cover a little bit on the euro dollar today. What you are looking at is the 240 minutes on the market analyzer. Okay, now look, we have a new signals on the CL, new signal on the mini DAX. The market is turning around. Those market analyzers, they are based on one contract, and they are based on 1 minute. On the Forex here, I'm using 240 minutes just to look in a bigger picture what's going on the Forex. Earlier today, we had that entry is right there around the 45 level based on a 240 minutes. The trend was doing very well, and we have still the same target for a few days based on the 240 minutes. But if you notice, look at this accuracy. The Forex came in right to the dead zone. If you are watching this video, you have not watched the previous video, please look at the previous video. That will explain those zones that once it hits here, if you're not in a trade, then this means you cannot go any further longer. You need to start looking for reversal or trying to take profit. The target today, we're still on that target 31.2, but the market came into the dead zone and it was 84.2, and now we have a pullback, major support here on the 39.6, and we are coming by tomorrow at 96.7, and this is a huge support line in this area. So we are looking tomorrow to see if this market will hold at the 96.7. One of the advantage and one of the tricks, if you are not using the auto trade, you can use the auto trade based on the entry, trailing stop, and all that. You can use an ATM or a fully automated. But for the ones they are trading manually and they enjoy trading manually, we are looking at the market analyzer here, it is on a 1 minute. On the 1 minute, we have the entry at 48.5, and we have the target is at 23.7. The 23.7 is a little bit above 623.7. 623.7, because this is, so it's about to hit the target right now. Look at this. It's about to hit the target at 23.7. It's right there, and we should see target hit in a few seconds on the 1 minute. So the advantage you can use on the futures or on the Forex or on the stocks, when you are using the high time frame and when there is a support resistance line, you can see in details on the 1 minute identifying a pullback or a re-entry. But at least without a doubt, we have a major support area in this area here for tomorrow, and that will be very interesting to mark. We have the first level at 009, and the lowest one is 94.1. We have a lot of support area in this, and you need to mark those on your chart. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, but the probability this market will be supported around 600. And right now the euro dollar is about to hit the target, and missing just 2-3 pips, and then we will see the market hit. I want to cover the ES today on the earlier video. Let me see if I can find the ES. So we try to help some of the traders that are out there struggling, and we have, by the way, nothing to do with the trading. We just trying. Some traders are struggling, and we try and just maybe we can help some of the traders, whether they are our members or not, doesn't matter. On the previous video, the market was, and we posted immediately, so you will not think that we're trying to do anything here. It's totally free education. When the market hit those zones here, we called it for you. And as I remember from the previous videos, you have reversals also in those areas. And it was, we called it that this market, or if you look at the previous video, we said what we are expecting, that market to go back to the trailing stop, because the trailing stop is your resistance line. And if you notice, and I put the clock, and we did this around 9:30 or 10 o'clock, the previous video, and you can see at 11:35 a.m. the market came in to the dead zone, and we said we will have a small trade short on the resistance, and you can see how the market pulled back exactly to the tick on the two red line here, resistant. And that happened at 11:35. We predicted 2 hours before. At 11:51, the market kept staying on that line, on the 54.25. It's not much, but this is a nice, and that's what we've been screaming about. Even if you are auto trading and you hit the target, even if you don't know how to trade or you don't have those experience, when you see those, when your eye gets used to it or you start understand the rhythm, you don't need to be genius with it, but of course it takes time, takes week, 2 weeks for some people, maybe some other traders takes them 2 months, but once they understand the rhythm and the projection from those area here, you can swing trading. The beauty about swing trading is not using a lot of stop loss, 22 ticks and 25 ticks. This is crazy. But how much it costs to have a small stop loss, either that resistance line gonna make it or break it, and it's not gonna do severe damage to small accounts. And what I'm trying to let the trader know, please don't say because you are auto trading that all this is rubbish. No, it's not, because it could be, if you take the other trade, it could be you could have lose a trade on an auto trade or something. But if you took one trade on, let's say, or take your motions away from the auto and let the auto trade take in the entry, but stand being at the mercy of that auto trade, maybe I can initiate one trade by myself and put a trailing stop. And this is not misleading, and you don't need to learn about alpha waves, and whatever you can get out of that trade should be fine, should be okay, and you should be happy camper with it. And then what happened on that market at 11:51, once those market broke those resistance line, we had a buy entry. And once this market, and this one here at 12:39, we had the entry at 55.25, and we hit the entry at 22.60. Here is the $1 million question. When the market have entered that market here at the yellow where it says 22.55, look at that. The target is already estimated where that ES is going. The target is already estimated and plotted on your chart. You don't have to do any drawing. And you can see how early we predicted the market has come into the 22.60. And then when the market came into the tick at 22.60, then we had a reversal signal because it's already hit the target and we have a reversal signal. So for the advanced trader, once the market came in, and this is based on 1 minute, and you hit the target, in a way it is closing position, open position. Where is this destination once we are reversing that trade? Back to the support line. Where is your support line? It's right there. Where is this red trailing stop and the second red trailing stop? Confirmed, if you look, there is another, if you have those $35 zone, you have two lines also confirming that area here. So the probability taking the short trade here, let me see if I can. We had the entry right there. Fine. The market plot a target right there. Fine. Now the market went up, hit the target to the tick. We got, and those are not repaint reversal. We have a reversal. And this is a perfect entry from the target. We have, if you notice here, we have two support line, and we know our trailing stop, they're not a normal trailing stop, they are support line. This is all the way to here. Then I will put, when you see there is a support line above it, I don't want to take chances on it because God knows what will happen in this market. Then I will take it right there on the first line and call it off. So you take that trade reverse to that trade to right here, and you get off right there. How hard it is. How hard it is to just use a little time and make your day a little bit pleasant. And what I am explaining here, I don't need a genius to understand what I'm saying, and it don't need to be a wizard in the market to understand once the market hit, those are your support back. What it is missing maybe a little practice, and sometimes it goes the other direction, and it sometimes goes your direction, and welcome to trading. So what we are trying to say that for the guys, they keep saying I'm just an auto trader. I want to prove to you that you don't have to be genius with the trading. You can combine the human with auto trading and a manual trading, and you can survive that day in a much better performance than to be at the mercy of that auto trade the rest of your life. For the ones that want to brush me off, soon or later you will find it. What I'm saying is not rubbish. We have right now on the ES 34, 33 ticks. We have an entry at 55.25. And if we are looking at the market, let me see if we have that chart somewhere. Okay, look at it. Now we have this market come in. Look. Now this an ES. Yes, it is an ES. And look, where is this market coming into? Right there. Beautiful, as we explain it. We have the NASDAQ today. We had a wild run on the NASDAQ. Let me see. On the auto trade, the NASDAQ, we had an entry at here because on the bar closed 0750 on the auto trade, and the entry was on the market analyzer is 0850, and here 0750. Okay, we have the auto trade took it a little bit before. You cannot sometimes nail it to the tick. Could be above or below, depends on where is this bar closed when the pullback was. But it will be plus minus a couple ticks here and there sometimes. Depends also on the speed, the market speed. This is 83 ticks, and again, if you notice, the target is at 50.41, and this is where middle of the dead zone. And if you are on that trade, you can relax because this is a support areas, and there is a lot of support areas in here. A pullback probably is not gonna scare you. Sometimes you have to let this market come and go back and forth, and sometimes it go back and knock you out, or sometimes it keep going and climbing, and that is part of the trading. On the YM, you can see right now the market is not in sequence, and let me show you why. Because we have a buy order on the YM, NASDAQ a buy order, ES a buy order, a sell order on the EMD. The DAX is going south, the mini DAX. The real DAX is going up. So there is a little bit turbulence right now in the market, so there is nothing to look at. On the British pound, we have okay, let's skip the British pound because this is a really huge rally. I don't want to, does not mean tomorrow you're going to have the same amount of money, so I don't want to mislead anyone. So we'll find the smallest one here. Let's keep going on the US dollar. The US dollar, we have a sell 648, and then target is 106.15.6, and look at this, hit target, look. But we are looking at the bigger picture. And now, as we speak, we are expecting this area here will hold. And let's see if this area will hold. Let me see what else we can cover today on the on the stocks. On the stock, we have a really, Chevron have a really huge rally today. And then the Microsoft, we had a buy entry at 62.56. I think I have the Microsoft. Just a second, guys. Yes. So let's look at the Microsoft. This is really very nice, right? And this is really something here. Those lines are really tweaked to the tick or based on 1 minute. Look at this. On anything you are trading on the future, Forex, stocks, Those lines are very well designed for 1 minute. None of those kinky wrinkle bar and all this crap line break, and I don't know where they come from. NinjaTrader chart is 1 minute, and the only thing works is 1 minute, and that is period. If you notice how this line, this is an indication. The farther that far is from that line, the stronger the trend is. So now you can see how strong that trend is. The farther away from that line indicate stronger trend. And we can watch this one here. It was a pullback, and this is where your trading panel come in to understand if there is a pullback re-entry or the market is over. It's very important here. This is where most of the traders start misreading the market. Then what we have, clean cut. You should not look too much at the bars, highs and lows and all this. What it is simple as that. Let me try to take this one here. One line. And now straight line. Horizontal and vertical. So now this is how the market, and the rest up and down here is noises. Buying and selling, closing position. This is it. If we are looking at that bar, this bar here, the line has been broken. It's finished. We have that target here, and we cannot follow everything on any chart. Just close our eye and not looking at the chart, what's going on. Let's say you are auto trading, and now you start cussing out because the auto trade didn't hit the target. No, because you didn't look at the chart. Because this market here, the farther is away from that line, the stronger the trend is. When this market comes in flat and broke that line, is finished. And those up and down, those guys, they try to go between the bars noises doing the trading. You practically making a bet on a dog taking a piss to the left or to the right. You're not gonna win. Thank you very much, and wish you a very, very nice day. God bless you all.